In the middle of a wide green forest, animals of all kinds lived together, big and small, fast and slow, wild and gentle. There was no king. Everyone did as they pleased. Sometimes they shared, sometimes they fought, and sometimes they forgot to help one another. One sunny morning, as the birds chirped and the trees danced in the breeze, a loud voice echoed from the sky. "All animals of the forest, listen well," the voice boomed. It was clear and kind, yet strong like thunder. The animals froze. Even the bees stopped buzzing. Out of the sky came a golden bird with glowing wings. She flew slowly down and landed on a big rock in the middle of the forest. All the animals gathered around her, their eyes wide with wonder. "I come with a message from God," said the golden bird. "He has seen your forest and your ways. It is time for a king to be chosen, but not just any animal will wear the crown." The animals gasped. "You must go to heaven," the bird continued, "and receive God's approval. Only one will return with the crown of heaven. That one shall be your king." "How can we go to heaven?" asked Ellie the elephant, her trunk shaking a little. "It will not be easy," said the bird. "Some of you will pray and fast. Others may bring sacrifices, but only those who truly seek God's mercy will find the way." Then with a flap of her wings, the golden bird flew back into the sky and disappeared. The forest was quiet. Then suddenly all the animals began to talk at once. "I'm the strongest," said Leo the lion. "I will go first." "I'm the fastest," shouted Chicha the cheetah. "I'm the wisest," said Old Owl. And so the journey to heaven began. The next morning the forest was full of activity. Every animal wanted to be king, but now they needed to prepare for something no one had ever done before: go to heaven. Some animals thought hard about what the golden bird had said. "We must seek God's mercy," whispered Timo the Tortoise. He was old and slow but very thoughtful. "I shall fast and pray under the big baobab tree. I will not eat for 7 days. I will speak only to God." His friend Bina the rabbit looked worried. 7 days? No carrots? Not even one? Timo just smiled and closed his eyes. Meanwhile, Leo the lion was busy gathering large animals around him. "Listen," he roared. "We are strong. We do not need to fast. We will carry great gifts to heaven: meat, honey, fruits, and gold from the mountain cave. God will be pleased." The animals nodded, especially Hyla the hyena, who was already licking her lips at the thought of honey. On the other side of the forest, a quiet group of animals had gathered near a waterfall. They sat still, eyes closed, whispering prayers. Among them was Zumi the Zebra, a gentle soul. "Let us humble ourselves. We will not carry gifts," she said softly. "God sees the heart." Not far away, clever Monkey Max was busy building something strange with branches, leaves, and ropes. "What is that?" asked a curious bird. "My heaven ladder." Max grinned. "Why walk to heaven when you can climb?" The forest soon looked like a festival. Some animals built altars and burned sweet-smelling herbs. Some danced and sang loudly. Some sat quietly in silence. Cuckoo the cock crowed from a high tree. "I will crow every morning to remind the animals to pray. That will be my sacrifice." Everyone was doing something, but everyone was doing it differently. Then one night, something strange happened. The moon shone bright, and the golden bird returned in silence. She did not land. She circled above the forest once, then vanished again into the stars. Only one animal saw her, little Nia the Ant. No one had noticed Nia before. She was so small, but she had built a tiny prayer circle with pebbles and leaves, and each day she carried 1 grain of rice to a tiny altar she made under a tree. "I don't have much," she had said quietly, but I will give what I have and ask God to look at my heart." After many days of preparing, the animals were finally ready. At sunrise, the golden bird returned again, her feathers shining like fire in the sky. She flew down and landed on the big rock. "Today the path to heaven will open," she said, "but only those whose hearts are pure and truly ready may follow it." The forest became quiet. All eyes watched as the golden bird tapped her beak 3 times on the rock. Tap, tap, tap. Suddenly, a glowing road appeared in the sky. It started from the rock and stretched far into the clouds, winding upward like a rainbow. The animals gasped. "It's real!" shouted Max the monkey. "Let's go!" He leaped onto the path and began to climb with his long arms swinging. Others followed. Leo the lion, strong and proud, Chicha the cheetah, fast and eager, Old Owl, wise and watching, and even Hyla the hyena, carrying a sack of smoked meat. But the path was not easy. After a short while, a thick mist rose around them. They could barely see. The glowing road was slippery. Then came the first test. A bright light appeared ahead, and a deep voice asked, "Why do you come to heaven?" Max puffed his chest. "To show how smart I am. I built a ladder, but this path is easier." The mist turned cold. A sudden gust of wind blew, and Max slipped off the road. He fell slowly, gently, back to the forest floor. Hyla stepped forward next. "I bring gifts, delicious meat, honey, and mangoes. God will be pleased." The voice asked again, "Is it your gift or your heart?" Hyla laughed nervously. "Both, I think." The mist swallowed her, and she too floated back to the forest. One by one, many animals were turned back. Then came Timo the Tortoise, walking slowly but steadily. He had not eaten in days, but his eyes were calm. "Why do you come to heaven?" the voice asked. Timo bowed his head. "Not to show off, not to get power. I come to ask for God's blessing for our forest. We need help." The mist opened. Timo passed through. Then came Zumi the Zebra. She spoke kindly. "I come to seek God's peace. Our forest needs a leader with love." She too passed. Many others tried. Some made it, many did not. But far behind, something amazing was happening. Tiny Nia the Ant had been walking slowly, quietly on the edge of the path. Her steps were small, but her heart was full of courage. She had no loud words, no big gifts. The glowing road seemed to sense her heart. The mist never touched her. She kept climbing. Timo the Tortoise, Zumi the Zebra, and a few others continued walking along the glowing path. The air was soft and cool, like a gentle breeze after a long day. Far below, the forest looked like a patchwork of green and gold. Then up ahead, they saw it, a tall white gate made of clouds. It shimmered like morning dew under sunlight. In front of the gate stood a figure, an old ram with silver horns and kind eyes. His wool was as white as snow. "Welcome," said the ram. "You have passed the first test, but the second one is harder. You must each enter the mirror room." "What's that?" asked Zumi softly. "It is a room that shows your heart, not your fur, not your strength, but your truth. If your heart is proud or selfish, the mirror will show it. If you lie, the door will close. Only truth can open the way to heaven." One by one, the animals stepped into the mirror room. Leo the lion went in proudly, tossing his mane. "I am brave and strong. I am the king." But the mirror showed him roaring at smaller animals, refusing to share food and pushing others aside. The room grew dark. The door behind him opened, and he was sent back to the forest. Chicha the cheetah ran in. Sure she would pass. "I'm the fastest. I'm everyone's hero." But the mirror showed her racing past others who needed help, laughing when a slow animal tripped. She too was sent back. Then Zumi the Zebra entered. She was nervous but honest. The mirror showed her helping other animals, comforting a crying squirrel, and praying under the stars. The door to heaven opened wider. Zumi passed. Then Timo the Tortoise stepped in. He moved slowly to the mirror and looked up. The mirror showed him sitting alone, praying quietly. It also showed a time when he had taken the last berry, then felt guilty and returned it. The ram nodded. "Even when no one is watching, you choose what is right," he said. Timo passed, but now came the smallest step of all. Nia the Ant. She entered the mirror room almost unnoticed. The mirror lit up gently. It showed her building her tiny altar, carrying a single grain of rice every day, and whispering prayers no one else heard. It also showed her tired and sore, but still pressing on. It showed her kindness, even when she was ignored. Then the mirror sparkled with gold light. "You have passed," said the ram. "Your heart is little, but it is full of light." The gate opened completely. Only 3 animals remained on the road beyond: Zumi, Timo, and little Nia. They walked together side by side toward the final step, the hill of the throne. But what they didn't know was that one last test waited for them there. At the very top of the glowing road stood a tall hill made of light. It was called the Hill of the Throne. At the top was a golden crown, floating just above a marble seat. The crown sparkled with stars. Around it, the air was still, like the world was holding its breath. Zumi the Zebra, Timo the Tortoise, and Nia the Ant stood at the foot of the hill. A soft voice filled the sky. "This is the last test," it said. "You must climb this hill, but only one may wear the crown. What will you do?" The 3 animals looked at one another. Zumi stepped forward, calm and gentle. "You are both worthy," she said, "but I will try, and if I do not make it, I will still be proud of you." Timo nodded. "We have come far. Let us not fight like others. We will climb together." Nia the Ant said nothing. She just smiled and stepped onto the hill with her tiny feet. The hill was steep. It got brighter and warmer with every step. Timo moved slowly, his shell heavy. Zumi helped him by walking beside him, whispering, "We are almost there." But halfway up the hill, Timo stumbled. His legs shook. "I'm too tired," he said. Zumi stopped and let him rest against her. "We can go slowly." Suddenly, Nia the Ant turned around. She saw them struggling behind her. She had climbed far ahead. The crown was so close now. She could have gone for it, but she didn't. Instead, she turned around and walked back down. "Let's go together," she said. "But Nia," Timo whispered, "you're so close to the top." "I know," Nia said, "but what is the use of a crown if you wear it alone?" The wind grew warm. A beam of light shone from the sky and wrapped around the 3 of them. The voice of God spoke again. That was the final test. The hill began to glow brighter than ever. Many seek to rule with power. Some seek it with gifts.